Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. If you are new here, my name is Jessica. Today I'm going to be cleaning my house and decorating it for fall. This year I did incorporate some new decor and some new colors, so I'm really excited how everything turned out. I found that editing this video was super relaxing and I really loved how it turned out, and I think you guys will too. So if you need some inspo for decorating your house for fall, or you just want some company today, definitely stay tuned, and make sure you stay tuned until the very end because I'm sharing my family's favorite fall recipe.
Something new if I spend it with you, with you, with you. Oh, I want you right now, and I need.
Okay, so when I first started YouTube, I always wondered where these YouTubers would store all of their decor, because at the time all I had was an attic and that's where I stored everything, and I didn't have a whole lot. But then along came the days of YouTube where I was getting inspired and wanting to decorate more, and that's kind of when I started going out and buying a lot of my fall decor. I remember I used to decorate in all of the oranges and traditional fall colors, and then I sort of went to these really beautiful mauve and plum colors. If you've been with me for a while, you remember that year. They were really pretty, and then I kind of went to the more neutral. You can see a lot of that in here, the white and the light blue. But this year I felt myself gravitating back towards the more burnt orange. I just felt like it was really warm. We recently painted our entire downstairs of our house, and it's a very light and bright and crispy, it's called Repost Gray. It's very popular. You've probably heard of it, but it's very crispy and light and airy. And so I felt like this year I just wanted to warm it up for fall. So thankfully that's really in right now, and there was a lot to choose from. I just grabbed a few things from the store, not much at all. I'll tell you where I got everything when we get to that. But before I got started, I did want to go ahead and make my house feel more like fall, because here in Tennessee, it is still in the upper 80s, sometimes the 90s still, so it doesn't really feel a whole lot like fall, although our leaves are starting to change colors in fall, which does help. But I needed my house to feel more fall, so I cranked the AC down so that it would be a little bit cooler in the house, and then I lit my fall candle and I put in some fall scented Scentsy.
Around, and I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now.
So whenever I am decorating a space, I definitely want it to be clean and put together, sort of like a blank canvas, or else my creative juices will not flow and I will not know what I want to do. So if you are decorating for fall and you don't know where to start, or you're someone that's not very good at decorating, or you feel like you're not very good, my advice is to first just clean the space, clear out any clutter, clear out any decor that you feel like is not for that season. So for example, I got rid of a lot of my greenery in my rooms because I wanted to put in that more burnt orange, leaves type fall stuff. So that would be my first tip for you.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Tiptoes, undercover, agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
My second tip, if you're not very good at decorating, or you feel like you aren't, because honestly, I feel like I'm not very good at decorating, but a lot of people think that I am. The first thing that I will always do if I need inspiration is I will go to Pinterest and I will type in, for example, fall decor. I also go to Instagram and type that in, and anytime that someone posts a picture of their fall decor, they more than likely will hashtag it with fall decor or something along those lines, and I get a lot of inspiration from those two platforms. My last resort for me really is YouTube, but I do highly recommend it to you. I just don't get on YouTube a whole lot because I do YouTube for a job and I'm already on it so much during the week that it's just not somewhere I want to go on my time off. And also I have ADHD, so I'm super impatient and I cannot sit through a video. So for me, I go to Pinterest and Instagram, but I do also enjoy a good fall decorate with me every once in a while. In fact, I did watch Cass in Home, I think is her channel name. She is super sweet. I did watch her fall decorate with me and it totally inspired me. She's what made me really want to put in those warmer tones this year. So if you haven't seen her video, I will try and remember to link it. And if I don't, because I've been forgetting lately, I've been so busy, but if I forget, please somebody remind me and I will link her video because she really deserves to have the views. She is somebody who decorates so beautifully, but she doesn't spend a ton of money, and that is my kind of girl. So you know that lately I have been using one of my vac mops, but on this day I wanted to change it up. I always change things up anyways, and I do recommend it as well because, for example, the vac mops do not get in all of the nooks and crannies and right up next to the baseboard. So every once in a while I do like to go in with a steam mop or like with my O-Cedar mop. Today I'm just mopping with some Tide and hot water. And the reason that I like this mop is because I can get the baseboards, I can get up on the sides of the cabinets if I need to, or even the wall if I need to, and I can scrub really hard, give it all of that elbow grease, and just get up under furniture and just all of the places that my vac mop can't go.
Just the sight of you when I'm at my weakest point makes a world of difference, oh you make me strong. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within.
I really love mopping with the hot water and Tide method. I've been using it for a couple of months now, and I also use the hot water Tide and bleach for the bathrooms. It smells so good and it cleans amazing. So if you haven't tried that and you've heard of it, because I had heard of it for probably a year or more and I just didn't think that it was going to be for me, but when I took her course, the Go Clean Co course, I got hooked on it. So that was also a really good course, by the way. I highly recommend taking it. It had a lot of really good information, and I'm somebody who's pretty good at cleaning and I know my way around some cleaning products, and I actually learned a lot. But anyways, the Tide hot water combination is where it's at. So I believe that I got this little basket at Walmart. I did get it in the summertime, but they probably still have it. It's just not a fall collection. And then I got these candles from Hobby Lobby. They are battery operated candles with like the fake flickering flame. And then I got this plant at TJ Maxx. I love TJ Maxx for faux plants because they have the best prices. TJ Maxx and Amazon. And then I got this little candle. I believe I got that at Hobby Lobby. Actually, I'm just kidding. I got the candle from Target. I remember now. Target had some really cute fall candles. So I've had this orange pumpkin for the longest time, probably 10 years. It's ridiculous. I've had it outside some years. I've not used it some years, and some years I've just put it in a spot just to fill a space. But this year it seemed to work so perfect for my living room. Little Miss Kitty is very interested in that pumpkin in particular. It's hard to keep her out of my decor. I am not looking forward to Christmas time in the Christmas tree. So I got that little orange pumpkin. I believe I got that one at Hobby Lobby. I went to Target, Hobby Lobby, and TJ Maxx. So if I said one of these things wrong, it's one of those three places. And then those blue and white pumpkins, I got those a couple of years ago, and I'm so sorry, but I cannot remember where I got them. And then the little green and orange pumpkin are actually from the Dollar Tree. And the little white plaid one, I cannot remember. I've had that for a couple of years as well. But I shop at like Walmart, TJ Maxx, Target, Hobby Lobby, Kirkland's. Those are all of the places that I always go to get my decor. And then, of course, Amazon too, a little bit.
I can't live without you. I hope you feel it too. 'Cause we are meant to be.
Also, another great spot to look for pumpkins is the Target bullseye section. I did get these faux plants. I don't know what they are. I'm not very smart at that kind of stuff, but I did get those on Amazon and they're very beautiful. And I just stuck them in a vase that I already had.
Some obsess about things. Some turn use into abuse and don't stop until it's too late. But all I do is.
And I got these wreaths at Walmart years ago and they're so beautiful.
Day you will too. 'Cause we are.
So anyways, I don't know what happened earlier. I was talking about my storage for decor and I went off on a completely different story and I forgot where I was going with that. I told you I have ADHD. But anyways, now we have a basement and that's where I store everything. But if you're curious of like how to store your decor, because that was always one of my questions in the beginning, was where do they store all of that? I store it in plastic tubs in the basement, but of course a lot of people do the attic or the garage. I don't really like the attic because it's such a pain in the butt to get down, but for some people that's their only option. But if you can get some shelves and do it in the garage or a shed or in like a guest room closet or something like that, I'm so thankful for the space in the basement because that is where I put it all and I have a lot.
About me. You've heard that all I do is obsess about you.
I've been using this Granite Gold Daily Cleaner for the granite because I ran out of my Jaws cleaner, and my Jaws cleaner is my favorite for the granite, and I was at the store. I needed some because I was out, and I got this, and I think I got this at maybe Lowe's or maybe like Publix. I can't even remember, but I do like it. It works really good. So if I'm ever in a bind and I need some right now, I would definitely repurchase it.
So far away, show us where we are. What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming?
So currently, I was talking about earlier how busy I am. Currently, I have approximately 30 plus teenagers at my house, as well as my toddler and my 7-year-old, because my high schooler is doing a powder puff game, and I don't know if you've ever heard of that. I hadn't until now, but what that is they are doing, the boys are going to be the cheerleaders and the girls are going to be the football players, and their high school is putting it on, and I guess it's like kind of like a competition, but they're actually going to play football against another team, and whoever wins obviously wins. I don't know if they get a trophy, but it's so funny because she's got the boy, she's the cheer captain or the cheerleader coach, and she's got all of the boys in tutus, and they handmade, her and her friends stayed overnight last night, and they made handmade pom-poms, and they did such a good job. They're really cute, and they followed some YouTube tutorial, I guess, but they made handmade pom-poms. They made t-shirts, which I ended up doing like 11 of those shirts, I believe. My back was killing me, but they made all of the stuff for it, and they're out there currently practicing. So they've got the football team is practicing and the cheerleaders are practicing their cheers, and my house is literal chaos. It is insane, and I will tell you, you already know this if you're a boy mom, and I'm a boy mom, but my boy's only 1.5. These boys are crazy, and it gave me some insight into what I need to prepare for my future, because they are rough and they're crazy and they're full of energy. The girls are very focused and like, okay, we're here to practice, let's do this. And the boys are like running all over the place and being silly and like tackling each other and being super rough, and it's giving me major anxiety.
When it's dark from so far away, and show us where we are. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I just wonder. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, I wonder.
So I asked over on YouTube on the community tab if you guys preferred a more chatty video or a more relaxing video where I didn't talk as much, and the majority picked more chatty. So I went with the majority because I'm trying to please the masses here, and of course I can't please everyone. But a lot of you like when I talk to you guys, and I'm trying to keep my voice very low and soothing still. So for those of you that chose for it to be more relaxing, is not as much talking, I'm hoping that at least my voice is calming and not so upbeat, high-pitched, and cheery. I feel like I normally am a little bit more like that, so I'm trying to keep my voice low and calm, but it also helps because my son is asleep right across the hall for his nap, and I don't want to be really loud and wake him up. And also my voice keeps going out, which kind of worked out perfect because it's kind of that raspy sounding voice, which I personally kind of like that, but my voice is actually raspy because I was out there helping the girls get the boys to behave themselves and listen and learn their cheers and stuff, and so I was having to yell and I lost my voice. So that's why my voice is actually raspy, but I feel like it worked out perfect. Now I could have sworn, and I need to go back and look at my video from last year, because I could have sworn that I had a little plastic container for all of the fall things that I put on my little 3-tiered tray here, because I decorate it for every season and I keep just a little plastic bin for each season. So I have like a Valentine's Day one, a Christmas one, I have a spring like Easter one, and 4th of July and fall. And so this is the little container I'm talking about, and these are more of my like no season, really just kind of year round whatever. And that's what I keep them in. And I could have sworn that I had a fall one, and I went down and I dug and I dug and I dug and I cannot find it anywhere. I went down 2 separate times trying to find it, but I don't know if I just thought I did and I didn't, or if it's lost somewhere. So I'm gonna have to watch my video from last year to see if I did in fact have a little bin of fall decor, because I could swear that I'm missing some little pumpkins. We should count how many times we could spot Miss Kitty in this video. Sometimes I don't even know that she was in there until I play back the footage, and then I'll see her like up on the table or something, and I'm like, oh my goodness, she is up on the table and the counter a lot. That's something that we are working on with her, and the spray bottle method that y'all told me works really, really well. I just got to get better at keeping it out where I can grab it in a hurry and spray her, because she definitely doesn't like it. And she's really smart, so she knows, like, basically I only have to spray her once and she knows, and the next time all I have to do is show her the spray bottle and she's like, nope, I'm good, I won't do it, and she takes off. But the update on Kitty, I call her Miss Kitty and her name is Zoe, but I'll probably forever just call her Miss Kitty. She's doing so great. She's such a sweetie. A lot of people have said that tortoiseshell kitties have what they call tortitude, and so far we have not experienced that. I don't know if it will come later on as she gets older, But right now, she's just a sweetie. She's absolutely a sweetie. She will let Kinsley carry her around all day. She doesn't care. She will let Hank mess with her. She sleeps through the absolute chaos that my house is on an almost 24/7 basis. And she naps a lot. She is crazy. She is absolutely crazy and does some crazy things, but she also naps a lot. She sleeps with Kinsley every night. It's the most precious thing. She sleeps right up by her head. And I don't know. She's just a sweetheart, and we just love her so much.
Just 'cause the thought of being vulnerable made me feel less than I am. I have never felt home till you entered my door. And from that moment I knew that a home is whatever you choose. That's the thing about you. The best thing I did, and I want you to know, was letting you in. From that moment I knew that you were all I missed. Baby, it took just one kiss. 'Cause hearing
So this bouquet I've actually had for years and years. I don't know where I got it. And then these little picks with pumpkins on them, I probably got from Hobby Lobby, because that's where they sell like the little picks that you can get, and they have a whole aisle of them. I don't remember for sure because it has been a couple of years, but I'm pretty confident that that's where I got them. And they make the perfect little accessory for my planners up here. I didn't have to change anything. I could just add those in and it was perfect. I've also had this pumpkin for a very long time. I don't know where I got it, maybe Kirkland's. And this sign, I don't know, maybe Hobby Lobby? It looks like a Hobby Lobby sign, but I've also had it for a very long time.
you, there isn't anything else that I wish I had done to be true.
So my front table here, I wanted to completely redecorate it. And if you watched I think it was my last video where I revealed the new paint color, I showed like the before color and the after. So if you haven't seen it, definitely want to check that one out. And I did some redecorating in that video as well. So if you like decorating videos, you'll like that one. But this space is one that is not completed in my home. I'm just not sure what I want to do above this table. I'm really struggling. And the idea that I had isn't going to work out. I just don't think I'm going to like it. When I looked at the frames that I wanted in person, I didn't really like them as much as I thought I would. By the way, I got these little stems at Hobby Lobby, of course, half off. That's the only time to get anything at Hobby Lobby. I refuse to buy anything full price there. And then the little pumpkins that go in them, I probably got at Hobby Lobby as well, but they are a couple of years old. But anyways, I don't know what I want to do on this wall above this table. So please feel free to give suggestions on what you would do. It's hard because I'm working with having the thermostat on that wall, so I can't just hang a beautiful big mirror on the wall or hang a big picture because I have to keep space for that basically. So right now I have an old mirror that I had hanging on the wall years ago, but it was still in the basement, and I've been really gravitating towards the deeper wooden tones. Lately, I just love them, and so I put that mirror up here, at least for now, and I'm using a command hook to hang this little wreath up there, and it's just leaning against the wall, and then I went ahead and decorated around it. It's okay for now, but here's another decorating tip. Someone told me this a long time ago, and it's really a great tip. So if you're not sure if you like something right away, wait a week. If after a week it's not bothering you and it's like grown on you and you like it, then you know. But after a week, if it's still bothering you, you're still looking at it thinking, something's just not right, then change it. And I will tell you that that works 100% of the time, because there are so many times that I have like just looked at something and it just drives me crazy. I'm just like, something is missing. And when I get it right, I know it's right. I will walk by and I just love the way something looks and I feel really happy about it. So if I give it a week and I'm not still loving it, then I know it's not it. And that mirror has been up there for a week now and it's not it. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's just not it. I don't love it. It kind of feels unfinished to me, I think, where it's just leaning against the wall and the wall is really tall. So I feel like I need to add height to whatever I put there. And I do really want to hang something on the wall. So if you have any suggestions for me, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm open to any and all of them because your girl needs some help.
Living our life on the edge, and we'd never trip and fall.
Okay, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, but don't click out yet because I'm sharing my favorite fall recipe. It's a family favorite, super duper quick and easy, and you can also make it a crock pot meal, which I've made this before on my channel. Just regular, you can whip it up, make it in literally 10 minutes. Or if you don't have a lot of time to cook in the evening and you need to get it going maybe before, for example, we had cheer practice this night. So I wanted to get it in the crock pot so that when we came home, it was just done. I'm showing you the crock pot version of that today, so stay tuned.
Each other, always at each other. We always at each other. Remember when you kissed me? I felt the taste of your lipstick, even the breath of your...
All right, so you're just gonna need some ground beef. I just use 1 pound. Depending on your size of family, you may need 2 pounds. And I'm just using this meat mincer to mash it all up and brown it, and then I'm going to add in some minced onions. You can do real onions if you want. I mean, obviously those are real, but you know what I mean, freshly chopped. And then I'm going to do some ground cumin in there. You can do salt and pepper as well. I didn't on this day.
We didn't care about the rest. Care about the rest.
And then I'm adding in some chili powder. You do not have to do this step at all. Like any of these seasonings, if you don't have them on hand, you do not have to do them. It will not make or break the recipe. It just adds a little bit more flavor. So this is how I do it. So I've got my crock pot ready here and I'm going to go ahead and throw in all of my ingredients. The temperature and cook time is really going to depend on how much time you need it to cook. So I've got my chili beans here. I always do mild. Of course, you can do any kind that you want, or you can just do like red kidney beans. You don't even have to do chili beans. And then I have a can of my pasta sauce. I love the Hunt's because it is smooth and it doesn't have any chunks. And then when I'm done dumping all of those into the crock pot, I do go ahead and fill them up with water and pour that in there as well. And then I've got a chili seasoning mix here. It does not matter what brand you use. I've used several different ones. I actually had to run to the Dollar General and grab this one in the middle of making this because I thought I had chili seasoning and I didn't. So I just grabbed what they had, and honestly, all of them that I've tasted have always all tasted the same. And then you're just going to need some elbow macaroni. We do add noodles into our chili. A lot of people say that's not chili, that's chili mac, but we just call it chili, so it is what it is. And then I'm going to drain my ground beef, and this is how I do it, just over a paper towel. And then I'm going to add that in there as well. And then I'm going to give it a good stir. And like I said, the time is just going to be dependent on how much you need it to be in there. So if you need it to be in there for longer, obviously put it on the lowest setting. I put mine on like the medium low setting, if that makes sense, and it cooked for about 2 hours and it was great. And we like to top ours with cheese and saltine crackers, but I've heard a lot of different suggestions and they're all really good, so definitely make it your own.
You need to get into your cheer clothes.
I know, but I'm gonna do that and play the room. Come up when it's 5:30.
Okay, make sure you put on a workout top, something that you can work out in.
What shorts do you want me to wear?
Either your black ones or your red ones.
Come get me at 5:32.
Yeah, eat.
I'm gonna get Chippy.
Bubba, I cannot hold you and use both of my hands right now.
I went down there to feed Kitty. There was nothing in the litter box.
Okay, well you gotta go upstairs and do that one too. You can wash your hands upstairs. What does it matter where you wash your hands? I don't care.